Something to keep in mind is that it's it's not one or the other, and it's a It's just so you don't know this. It's programming. As a child, most of us thought of things in a way that is based on one thing or the other thing, right? And I'm here to tell you it doesn't work like that. Real life doesn't work like that. Here's what it's really like. When you were a child, they'd say, which one do you want? Can I have both? Right? That's what a child thinks. What do you want to be? They think of 5 or 6 things. So now here's a different thing in your programming. It took 12 to 14 years to master the idea of one thing or another, which is based on limitations. Here's the magic. We call it both and. Both and. So, which is better, right? Do you want a glass or a cup? I'll take them both, thank you. I'll use a glass one for my guest, and I will use I'll use a glass for my guest, and I'll use a cup for my when it's just me and no one's around. You can do both. Anyway, I didn't mean to jump onto that, but I figured it would. Let's do this. Let's prepare to go and review yesterday, and we'll pick up from there. And then I'm going to go head out back to JAL's account so we can finish setting up his membership site. But I'm going to review very fast before we do that. So let's go ahead as I prepare. Oh, yeah, it's already recording, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Don't want to miss out on that. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, the secondary screen. Yep, there we go. Then I'm going to go out and share that with you all so we can be there together, whatever we do. Okay, here we go. So now, as a review, if you're just coming here, you missed yesterday, don't worry. We were live this morning at 11 o'clock doing that. But now, we also, it'll be on YouTube for your review later on. But what's really powerful here is, I'm going to review today, and we're going to jump right in. So if you weren't here, you still won't miss much, as you can catch it today and catch the full recording next time. So, Smart Member, the idea was, what's its purpose? Why is it even offered as a product? I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys out because I think I'm getting a lot of sound effects, which will disrupt me because I'm just the kind of guy that has that happen. So let me see here what it gives me this. I got to look over here and see how this mute. Oh, I got to stop recording to do it. Okay, no problem. I will do that. I'm going to stop recording for a second to mute all of you. Oh, it sounds like you did it yourselves. Thank you very much. All right. So now that you're muted, I'm going to go ahead back out and try it again. All right. So now, as we're looking at my screen, I want you to note that our conversation was really about why this Smart Member stuff. What's it about? What's with this product? And I mentioned it's really huge for many different areas. And we talked about those. The top 7 reasons that someone would have Smart Member, right? What are they? One of the first ones I talked about is you create a buyer's list. There's nothing like a list of buyers. All over the internet, for real estate, for all kinds of ventures, you have a list that are being sold, right? That's not a buyer's list. That's a list that you buy. A list where there's no connection. You got to get this down. There's several things that'll make a list valuable. One of them is the information accurate? Some people get caught up in, hey, is this an old list, right? Is it already used up? That's not what matters. What matters is their information accurate? That's the most important. If the contact is valuable, right, it needs to make sure the contact info is there, that it's accurate. That's one of the most important things. The other thing that you want is if the communication stream, even if it's accurate, is it something that they actually tend to? So if there's an email address that someone puts in, if it's really theirs, is not what matters. Because a lot of you have done this. A lot of you have your account has gone into suspension for being able to receive money because you use an email address that's accurate, but you don't even check it. You don't tend to that one. You didn't put in the one that you actually check. So those are the kind of things that matter. Now, when you get a buyer's list, when someone purchases something, if there's something goes wrong, they're going to give you the one that they tend to, their contact info. Not only that, it means that they see value in what it is that you offer. So it's completely different than a purchase list or just a random list or a list where people put accurate information in that they don't tend to. So a buyer's list is one of the best, is the optimal type of list to have. And you get that with a membership site. Number 2, you get a high residual income. A high residual income. This is another beautiful thing. Because when it comes to membership sites, I don't know about you guys, some of you have never done it, but I'm going to help you out. I've learned many things by being a subscriber of other people. Right? I subscribe to Ancestry.com. I'm a buyer for them. I always wanted to know about my history because my parents didn't know much about their parents. I went all the way back to the Civil War, so I subscribed. Since 2004, I think, I've been subscribing. I'm a buyer. So when they all come out with new things like a, what do you call this? A DNA test. I do it so they can find out other, they already know I'm a buyer. They know I'm going to do it because I'm a buyer. So I get they get a high residual income from me and millions of people like me. I'm going to go ahead and mute this out. If you guys are talking, please help me out by not. Or mute yourself. Okay. I guess it's not. I have to be this guy. Okay. Mute all. Thank you. Or whoever it was there. Here we go. So you got this buyer's list and you have a high residual income. What other reasons? We talked about this yesterday. And number 3 is drip engagement, where you have people who are you're dripping content to people so that they get it in a frequency. They get it in an interval. Once a week, once a month, once a year, every month, every week, every day. You get to control that, and we get to do that from the system. I didn't even get to that part yesterday, but we're going to cover it today. I also talked about train your team. You can train your team with this. You can establish your brand. You get to create the ultimate catalyst. The ultimate catalyst. And by chance yesterday, a buyer who's been on my list since 2012 was on the Zoom, and we used their account as an example. But the ultimate catalyst of all is that, for me, it's important to be here. Over the past X number of centuries, we have billions or trillions of people who have been alive and gone. But we only talk about a handful. I want to make sure that I can offer something to the world, mostly my children and grandchildren. I didn't know my grandparents. It would have been wonderful to know. I can't even go on YouTube and watch a video about them. I can't even hear them talk. I might see an old picture where I can't even tell what their face is like or anything because they're so old and torn and whatever else. I get to actually leave value. I have thousands of videos throughout the internet in back offices of other companies that our company provides. I'm able to do a lot of things through a membership site, but what the most thing I love most is when I take principles that are universal, which last even beyond changes around the world, I get to have that. And you do too with a membership site. Now, 7, they work for you 24/7. They're working while you're sleeping. They're working while you're on vacation because people right now while I'm talking to you are listening to me because they are a member of something that I offer. And you get to have the same thing. So now, granted, membership sites aren't for everybody. But if you're here and you're a member of Ingreso Cybernetico, it's important, it's vital that you understand that you have value in it. If someone's going to sign up at that level, it's not enough for you to say the name, IC Smart Member. You need to know what's offered. That's why we're here. So now that I've gotten that off my chest, I've gotten it out of the way. There are ways to manage it. You can manage it yourself, which is what I was showing you all yesterday. Do you remember that yesterday, guys? Remember when it became overwhelming when I was showing you how to manage it? Well, that's one way. Today, you do remember, it became overwhelming. You guys are like, oh my gosh, I have to do all this stuff? You know, it's amazing what you can do when you take 10 to 15 minutes a day into something. You can become an expert. I learned years ago in my mid-30s, I was taught that if you want to become an expert at something, you read 3 to 5 books. If you want to become an expert at something related to task and setting things up. You just spend a little bit of time every day, and you will become the voice or the expert at it. So knowing yourself, that's one way to do it. That's how you manage it. Other one is let our team do it. How many of you like this one? Take your voice off. You'd rather have someone else do all that setup stuff because you don't want to do it. It's fine because I don't do it myself either. I give it to people to do. You can have our team do it. That's what the whole done for you concept is about. We want to take that to a whole different level. Now, take a walk with me. What's another way? Schedule the drips. That's how you manage it. You don't really want to walk in every week and create a new trading every week and give it to somebody. I'm going to give you guys a shocker. Here's how important membership sites are. I've taken, and over the past few months, I have taken and learned a new skill where I can take and use Facebook or YouTube or any of these places like their membership site. I create drip content for them. When I go live, people think I'm live, but I'm really I've dripped it. I can't be everywhere at once. I've got many companies to run. Now, right now we are live, so don't look here. We're live. I'm showing you, okay? But oftentimes when if I'm going to LinkedIn, Periscope, or one of those, I'm not really live, but I'm live for the people who need to experience it. And this is important because now you really grasp this idea of working 24/7. When you have something that works 24/7, you don't get caught up in recruiting. You have systems that will do it for you because you took the time out first, either by managing it yourself or having the team do it. So, how's the money made? We didn't talk about this yesterday. We're going to talk about it today. How many of you like the idea of money? You're learning how the money's made.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
Good. Yeah. So do I. Well, you got to go to payment options. I showed you that yesterday. That's one of the ways. The other one is you got to determine the frequency. Do you want paid biannually every 6 months? For me, nope. I want to know that I have money coming before I wake up. I want there to always be something happening. This may sound arrogant to some of you. Don't let it. It's not an arrogant statement. It's just a statement that if I could set things in place that are working for me, that means while I'm sleeping, they're out there working 24/7. And because this isn't understood, some of you have a referral link that is being used manually because you didn't understand that it will work for you while you're sleeping. It's never going to ask you for a raise or a vacation. Your referral link has a page that will tell the story. But because you don't really grasp that, you try to tell everyone about your company. So you may make money here and there. You can't expect to be making it when you wake up. So I'm hoping you guys can get this. You've got to get to a point where you will utilize systems for several reasons. Would you like a demonstration? Whether you want one or not, I'm giving you one. Okay? I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I really want you to grasp this concept. Right now, if you look at me while I'm talking to you, while I've been talking, your heart's been pumping. And your heart's not just been pumping, it's been doing it at somewhere between, 60 to 72 beats per minute. Because it's a system. Would it be foolish if I tried to do it myself while I'm doing the demonstration? I'm just sitting there pumping my heart, trying to work with my mouse. How foolish is that when I already have something that's going to do it for me? If you get how foolish that is, type in the number 2. I want to know that you get this. This is really important. While I'm sitting here looking at the screen, my retina helps me because my eyeballs see things upside down, but my retina flips it back. What if I said, retina, go take a break. I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip everything upside down by turning my head upside down. It's going to be foolish. I take breaths, right? My respirations. Now, instead of letting my respiratory system do it, I'm going to try and make myself do all the breathing and expand my lungs and contract them. Here's what's happening in your business. Because of the lack of trust of being taken advantage of so often, when it comes to business, you insist on doing everything yourself. So, for you spend a lot of your time attempting to give someone the details. when really you should be giving them your referral link. If you spent much of your time giving your referral link out, by the time someone gets to look at it, you're off doing something else. And now you get a sign up that is happening because you didn't try to tell it. You have a system for that. You let it tell them about the products because you only know so much. You let it tell them about the comp plan. Or you don't want to do that, you'll give them the YouTube link of where we've already done the presentation. You don't get this. You only have 168 hours a week, 24 a day. And if the only way you're going to sign people up is telling them verbally, you're going to have a limited time. You might get 1 an hour. But if you want this thing to become exponential, you will let the system do it. Next week, I'll be doing trainings for leaders. I'm going to invite anyone who considers himself a leader and you want to lead a team. I'm teaching them those principles on allowing a system to work on your behalf. And then all you do is you ask 1 or 2 questions. What did you like best about what you saw? Some of you spend all the time, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're like, hey, we've got these autoresponders. We have these membership sites, art products. You're not using any of it. You don't even know how it works, but you're trying to display it. Let the system do it. I actually go and do the details in the trainings. In the videos. So don't be the guy that pumps his own heart and expects to be effective at other things. Now, did that make sense? And if you have a question about it, you can ask me before I get into the membership site, because you will have a greater respect for a membership site if you understand the principle of allowing systems to work on your behalf. If you're good, type in number 1, right? If you have a question or comment and you think I'm going too fast, you're going to have to tell me, because I don't want to slow down too much unless there's a need to. Okay, good. We're good. All right. If someone had anything else, okay, all good. Okay, good. Let's get back out and finish what the deal is with this determine the frequency. I determine the frequency. You have no idea why I've given you a marketing system so you can have 28 different ways, 28 different employees that you can have out working for you throughout the day. Not your voice, not you calling up everybody. Give them the link and then follow up with them later. Let the system do the work. Let's go ahead out here. I'm going to go ahead back. Share my screen. Then I'm going to get back out there for you. So now, determine the frequency. That's how the money's made. When you determine the frequency, I want paid, me personally, once a month. If I have once a month, I can manage a lot of things. If I do it every day, it's not feasible that a human being is going to want to pay me every day. So I set mine for once a month. Right? And my formula is going to be inside of my membership site, I'm going to give this much value in exchange for this much money. One of my colleagues, he's passed away that now. He was a client. He had a company called On Fire Miracle. And when he came to me, I did teach him about payment options and frequencies. Now watch this about his membership site. It was for travel and he had all these trainings in, a lot of the trainings I put in. He charged $10 a month. When he came to me, right, he was charging based on when someone cycled and all these things. I said, no, bro, make it once a month. Every family can afford that. He made it $10 a month. And by the time he passed away, it was up to 128,000 people. Do you understand what that meant for him monthly? How many people cancel a $10 a month subscription? Easy does it. It's not rocket science. It's one of the reasons you only pay $20 a month for your subscription. Because I get this principle. But I want to pass it on to you so that now making money every day is no longer arrogant to you. It's no longer like it's just too much to think about. No. If you have 1,000 people in your membership site and all of them joined on a different day, it means you're going to have transactions happening every day. That's how that works. Does that make sense? For somebody who has a microphone, did you catch what I just said? Even if you have 100 people, make sense? If you have 100 people paying you $5 a month, and they all join on different days, do you understand how every day when you wake up, you've made money before you even wake up, while you're sleeping? You set it up like this. Okay, good. I want the light bulb to go off. It's not about arrogance. You don't have to become better than everybody and pretend to be better than everyone, because I believe you're as good as anyone and better than no one. That's how this life works. But when you get this part down, now all of a sudden, you may decide to have a membership site that teach people how to fish because you're great at fishing. This is a moneymaker. It has nothing to do with Ingreso Cybernetico. Some of you can bake good pies. Put your recipe out there and teach it and charge people, add a new recipe once a month, drip a new recipe once a week. And they'll pay, my wife would pay $30 a month for your subscription if you had one. She loves cooking. What is it that you do that's special? Get the payment option down, determine the frequency so your family's life can be different. That's the value we're offering here. What else is there, Dwayne? Now you go into your Done For You sales page and you have us make the page for it. Get the best baked apple pie, right? We're going to show you how to make it. We're going to show you how to make it for less than $5 worth of goods. Get a subscribe today. Every month we'll give you a different version of apple pie. We're going to give you apple crumb pie. We're going to give you diet apple pie. We're going to teach every month. It's a different subscription. You subscribe for a year, right? See how simple that is, guys? We give you that with our membership system. But don't worry. We're going to go out. I'm going to make sure you get the rest of the principles. So here's the basic principle. Learn. See, you don't have to already know how to do everything. You learn, you do, and you train. Learn, do, and train. Learn, do, and train. I didn't know how to do it before. Now that I know my autoresponder, I'm creating my own subscription. I'm going to teach people how to get an autoresponder for just $25, right? They can pay me $5 a month, and I'm going to teach them and answer all their questions. Now, some of you think, $5, that's crazy. No, listen. You don't even understand. When you have 100 people paying you $5 a month, that pays for your car. Just get 100 people paying you $5 a month and learning how to do something. Here's a tip. I'm not going to do that type of training, but you bet your bottom dollar most people in Ingreso are lazy. And if they could find out how to work the autoresponder without coming to my long trainings, they could go to your system and pay you $5 a month to learn it. Anyway, I'm done with that. But do you realize how you could pay a mortgage with 200 people paying you $5 a month? Okay, all right. Let's get out to the system because I think I lose some of you guys, and that's not my intention. My intention is for you to appreciate what you have and to realize you don't have to master anything. You have to learn to leverage, like I've done. I've learned to leverage and make up in leverage what I lack in time and what I lack in ability. Therefore, I am happy to pay someone to set something up, right? And I'm sure you are too. So let me go ahead and stop sharing so I can share. So what I'm going to do now, Jose Alfredo Loomis, if you can confirm that your login is JAL, I'll get started with you. All right? Any aha moments while I set that up? Anything that's got you guys? You got a little excited there, or maybe you need me to slow down because I'll do it. Talk to me. Is there something that got you that like, okay, I can really resonate with that? Resonates with me. While I get this, okay, I got it. Got your password.
Confirmation, JAL, correct.
Thank you. And was there anything that did that really help you guys when I talk about how the money works? You're not being arrogant when you really catch on to that.
Yes.
Okay, good. You're really being smart. Because how many, am I the only one that when first time I heard people talk about that, I remember hearing Tony Robbins and those guys in the 80s talking about making money while you sleep when you wake up. They were talking about building wealth while they're on their yachts. I didn't get it till I started subscriptions. My first membership site. That's when I woke up. How about that? Yeah, that changed my life. And then once I started that, it's like it's over for me. I don't ever want to go back. I want to be able to make money while I'm doing anything. While I'm in the bathroom, while I'm at the doctor's office, that's what I want to do. And it's possible with tech. We can all leverage technology. So, all right, let's go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to actually share my other screen, my primary. There we go. That's my picture. Okay, let's do that and share. Primary. Beautiful. Now, I'm coming out to you guys. And I'm going to take you to that screen. And we're going to dance together. I hope you're a good dancer because I'm really good. I might break your ankles. I'm so good at it. I'm clicking on JAL's system. Yesterday, I uploaded some things, and I realized I was going lightning speed, and you deserve better than that. So now, where we left off, I talked about payment options. You just do that right here at the payment gateway. And I talked about the actual courses once you have them, which we have them. But I took you to where we upload videos and images and things like that. At that time, I uploaded two of the videos, right? And now when I did that, I was going to show you how I do two things. Number one, I took them off, but I uploaded two files. One of them is for the name of it. That's the part one. Nice to meet you, part one. Okay, here we go. He's like, why do you show me all that? Okay, so now I've uploaded it. It's there. Now I'm going to save it to make sure I've got a good cover for my video that I'm doing for Jose. Now, I know in Spanish, you guys don't like it if we don't mention your middle name, so I got to say Jose Alfredo. So, okay, so I'm going to do this for Jose Alfredo. Now, I'm going to set up slides. You guys remember when I uploaded the slides yesterday? If not, I'm going to show you how I did that. I went over to resources, I managed documents, and I uploaded slides for him to make sure every time something's being talked about that in the slides, it'll show for him, okay? So I'm going to do a random one. It's not going to make sense for the way I'm setting up the slides, but I want you to just catch it. I'm going to make the slides change about every 2 to 3 seconds. So now we have how to build a championship team. There's slide 1. I made it show at 1 second. Now, slide 2, slide 3, hang on. Yeah, here we go. This slide, I'm going to make show at 4 seconds. And I'm going to add it. Don't let me lose you. I'm determining when the slides show. And I'm going to say at 7 seconds, I'm going to go to slide 4. Okay? I'm going to add it. I want you guys to see it rapidly changing when I get in there. At 10 seconds, I'm going to change it to... Now, I would not do it this way. I would make it change when the guy's talking, right? But I need you all to see the power in this. So I'm going to now change to 14 seconds. Make it go to slides, whatever. Now we're going to go watch this. And when we watch it, I want you to understand what's really going on, baby. Now, I've got Team Blaster. Now I'm going to go add the course. So I didn't add it yet. I'm going to add a section. First one, the first chapter is going to be how to build a championship team. Now, what can you guys see, by the way? Can you see what I'm typing?
Well, you're on the Smart Member page, and it looks like you're tapping something.
Okay, good. That's what I need to see. Chapter priority. This is going to be number 0. This is going to be the very first chapter of it, right? Now, when do I want it to show? Here's what drip content is, folks. I want this to show all the time because this is the very first video in the first training. If it wasn't, I might say I want to show 1 week later. I would want to show 22 days later. I determine when the person gets the content, right? So now I'm going to put save chapter. Now that I have that, now I'm going to add a lesson. Now, lesson part 1. I'm going to insert. See, this is how to build a championship team, part 1. Do you guys see this? And if I'm going too fast, don't let it scare you. I want you to just know you can watch this at any time. I just put, this is the code to make the video work, and I'm going to make it active. Okay? So now, well, how many days do I want before it shows? Right? I want it to show after day 1, right? I want it to show all the time. I'm going to save the lesson. It's saved successfully. So now, I'm going back to the course. I'm going to make sure, got 1, make sure, view course. I'm going to look at something that you will be able to see from a different angle, but I'm going to show it now from where I'm trying to show it from. And it's not added yet. Okay, one moment. I didn't say I imported that. You must have imported that. Okay, let me try it again. Oh, I didn't make it active. I have to go make this course active, by the way. I need to go to list courses and then edit this course because I have it as inactive. I remember that much from yesterday. It's inactive. I got to make it active so that it will show. Now I'm good. I don't have an image. I guess I could put an image there too. Darn it. Let's go ahead and do that thing. Do that thing. Do that thing. I'm going back down to grab the image for it. Any of these how to build a championship teams, I don't really care. I'm just going to grab one of them just for the sake of it. That's part one. Now I'm going to the course, and I'm going to show it. Okay? It's green, so I know it's active. Because it's active, I'll be able to see it. Now, I want you to see something. Right here, we're looking at part one. That's what I named it. When I start talking here, watch what happens on the right side. Remember, you remember watching me with the slides changing when they slide? When they change? Watch this. Computer. And for me, I prefer to do it through the technology see it changing? Resources that I have. Because what it does is it's a better quality when I use eCam. So hang with me if I'm not used to how some things are going to work. You guys watching the slides change? First of all, I'd like to say how with your own training, with your own training, where's this at? With your own training, you get a definite opportunity to go step by step when someone's watching without being a talking head. And what does that mean? It means if I'm training my team, I could say, congratulations, Alan, who's just had another $1,500 sale. Congratulations, Tommy, who's just upgraded. I can put the slide on the side that congratulates them if I have a once a week training for my team. So there's a million things you can do, but the most important thing is there's a way to leverage everything that you have within our system without even using it. If you at least know what's possible. If someone says, why would I pay $500 for that thing, man? Why would I join that level? Number one, you get your own membership system. I've already seen you, dude. I've been to your YouTube channel. You do a lot of training and all that stuff. You could put those videos in our system and your subscribers will get one a week. And you'd never have to be there. And they'd pay you $20 a month or $100 a month. You get all the money. You know what my prospect's going to say? Really? I already have a program. But they may sign up to buy this from you. You have a resale license. Even if they never sponsor anyone, they'll sign up to use it. And if you really want to do good, you can have them sign up for the executive level so that our team does it all for them. They just turn all their videos in and we'll put it up for them. Membership, my friend, does 10-minute reaction videos, TV programs, and use subscription for this. Yes. Well, wait a minute. Could I use a subscription for this? Yeah, but you'd have to work out making sure you're doing it legally. I don't think you'd want to sell someone else's content. That would be the piracy. If they say, sure, it's all yours. But can I give you guys a tip? Here we go, guys. Please tell me. I'm going to talk to someone that hasn't talked to me yet. I want to talk to Sharon, if you're willing to, Andy, or Ernie, Elizabeth. I don't care who it is, or Diana, Bridget, someone I haven't talked to. If you want to open up your mic, I want you guys to catch this. My first products I sold that would get me and my family to $750,000 a year was Jerry Clark, if you've ever heard of him, Jeffrey Combs. I bought the rights to their products. I bought the rights, which means I had to pay a fee to them once a month. Now watch how powerful this is. I didn't have this technology back then. All I did was put them on CDs, put them in there, gave it my name. I would white label, I branded my stuff and sold it. Lisa Kidder, Erica Combs, all these. I was Artemis Limpert. You could literally get permission from some and others will pay. It's nothing for me to go to Udemy, and I've done this. I will find someone who teaches how to use DSL cameras. They have a 20-course program. I will pay $1,500 for someone there, asking them if I could allow it for my limited subscribers. I will not sell it out in the public. It's only for my subscribers in my private membership. I'll give you $1,500. You're only charging $50 for it. I'll give you $1,500 for the rights to be able to make it available for my members. Do you know what happens? I've only been told, I don't know yet, by one person. All the rest have sold it to me. I have clients who have products in their back office because I've gone to the people. Tommy, did you know that I recently went to Dr. Harper? You just watched a video yesterday, didn't you, on smart products?
Yes, I did.
Did you know that for a client, he sold $500, 40 videos on training how to do Zooms? Now, me personally, yeah, I'm telling you how it works. You could have gone to Charles and bought it for $500, and you could train people on how to do Zooms and have 40 videos. Watch this. You could get called a 40-week home study course. And you said it takes 12 months to get through it. You could charge $25 a month for 1 year. To how many people? Think of that for a minute. This is life-changing. But you've got to understand, I know it's boring and it seems to be overwhelming, but if all the things in life that are overwhelming and worth it, it's the things that will pay you every day before you wake up. Hallelujah. Sorry, I get excited. I'm excited myself, and I need to excite you guys. So, am I making sense and overwhelm you? Any of these people that I've asked to talk, I would love to hear from you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? The sky's the limit. You don't have to know. For me, I don't want to do trainings for a membership site. Okay, here's what I'm going to show you how to do it. You guys follow with me. I'm going to go out to Google. I'm going to go to Udemy, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. Now, watch this now. It means with our system, you can have as many things you want to sell as possible. Watch this. Could someone tell me something that people are dying to learn and know? Anyone tell me right now. Type it in. I'm going to show you how you get your own membership site around this, and you can make as much as $99 a month or whatever you want to charge. Go ahead. Someone tell me right now. What is it? Working from home. Okay. Someone else give me something else that's not related to that, because I want you guys to realize it can be outside of home business too.
In Udemy, the most ridiculous thing is...
Nope. I don't want Udemy. I want you to tell me what people are looking for. All I want to know is unicycling. Ernie. Okay. That's interesting. That's not really what the masses are looking for. So I'll look up unicycling. Someone else give me something that people want to learn. Like, some people want to know how to use their iPhone. Don't people want to know how to change their sprinklers? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to get something. Oh, flower arranging. Thank you. That's good. All right, guys. I'll try that. I search for your participation so I can really help unveil things for you. So here you go. We're going to use a little bit of what I think as well. Okay. So now I'm going to go out to YouTube. We're going to go to Google. Oh gosh, I hate these mice sometimes. Okay, watch this now. I'm going to get out of this thing, and I'm going to go to udemy.com. I want to look at the most popular courses. Now, most people don't know that this happens. Now, I can go here. Now, I've sold some things here. I've sold thousands of things here at one time for my how to do webinars. But I haven't used them in years because I built my own system. I didn't want to use this anymore. But look at this. This guy built one on Compete Python Bootcamp. I don't want that. I want something everybody does. So let me go to the most popular here. I'm going to look up unicycle. See if anything on there about that. I don't think that's that popular. I think that's a rare niche. Not really. So let's do this. Let's go. What is?
Learn Excel.
Excel. Yeah, Microsoft Excel. Watch this. That's a very popular one. Right? I never thought of that because I use Excel a lot. So now, Excel, 592 courses are out there, right? 44. Okay, there's 592 courses out there on this stuff. Now, I want to pick one that a lot of people use. It's really good, right? So here's one that's $9.99. I don't believe this. I'm not a Udemy fan as far as using it to make money. They cause you to make your prices almost worth nothing. So they get paid and you make very little. I'm not a big fan of that. So, but watch what we do here. Let's take this guy's training, which must be very good. He's got a 105 video trainings in here. 105. He's got 32 courses. But what's really cool is 68,000 people are taking this course for $11. That's good. Now, I like Excel so much. If I was going to do this, I would contact this guy and ask him. I would tell him his courses are so well loved. I would love the opportunity to make it available for my personal subscribers. He's going to say, how many do you have? Right? Now, for me personally, I tell him. So if it's for, let's say it's for everybody that's on this Zoom. There's 15 people there right now that I'm talking to privately on this Zoom. I'd say I have 15 subscribers currently, right? And I'd love to make it available to them. And if I get any more, I'd like to make it available to them. But what I'm willing to do, I love it so much. I know you're getting $10 from this one, and $9 for that one. I'll look at them and I'll say 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. He's getting a lot of money, a little bit of money there. For $2,500, my brother, let me have your 1, 2, and 3 courses. I'll give you $2,500 a year to subscribe. Anytime you want, you can log in and see my subscription. I'm not trying to rip you off at all. No, first of all, you don't know this about Udemy, people. So I'm going to help you out. I look at this course and I know it's good. I don't want to buy it, but I know it's good. I'm going to show you how to tell when I'm trying to look for the things that are a little slow. Okay, here you go. It has a lot of videos in it, over 100. It'll show more information on it too. I don't know, why should all these things wouldn't pop up, because it's going to make it confusing for you if it didn't. But 10 hours of this training, an hour and a half of this one. There's so many things that are inside this one course. I want it. So bear with me as I stop this so I can share with you how this all works in the real world. I would rather pay $2,500 once so that over the next year, I can find, just say I only find 1,000 subscribers who are going to pay me that for a year. That will pay me $25 for that course. I will make $25 a month for 1 year off of that one product. I'd pay $2,500 one time. Now, if it goes over your head, I don't mean for it to. I don't know if you get this. I have created fortunes, not by pirating someone else's information. No. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. It's not my fault that that person doesn't know that they don't have to sell that at Udemy for $10. That's not my problem. My issue is, how do I give them, watch this now, the Zig Ziglar came up with this. Give people what they need, you can have whatever you want. Now, I just now revealed something to you, whoever it was, Tommy, who I gave you a video yesterday of me in a project with a PLR expert, and you didn't know that PLR expert makes all kinds of content. I asked him, I need something for my client. I need some training of some kind. What do you got? He goes, well, I just finished one of my latest. It's all how to do Zoom because everyone is hopping on Zoom since the pandemic. Come on, man. What do you give me for it? Okay, $500. Well, how's that work? I said, a year? He goes, yep. Okay, no problem. But my client sees me as the resource. What do you think I make? It's not going to be $500 a year for a fact. You guys follow that? Did I lose you? You got to understand, that's going to make me tens of thousands of dollars a year. Just making sure my client has that for their back office. Because I get a piece of action. You get that? So now that I said that to you, please follow with me, baby. I paid $99 to have resale rights on lots of products. Yes, you have. Bingo. Now, is it ringing true? I'm telling you that people pay every day on how to bake pies. I'm a camera guy. You guys think I have to go and pay to learn things. But once I learn them, I'm making sure that I get more than back what I paid for it. I do Zooms because I've taken the time to learn. But I do them now on multiple platforms. I have a training I just finished this morning on how to actually be live while you're living. So I'll be going live next week on several things I've already recorded today. Because I know what it means. So bear with me, folks. I know I go fast. I don't know how to slow some of it down because I get too darn excited. So let's go ahead. Let's see what financial things you've uncovered from today's training. Talk to me. What have you uncovered financially that gives you an aha? If I get it now. What has been uncovered for you so you can see the reality in this stuff and the connection between that and the membership site? You guys are a tough crowd, in case you didn't know it. I got to make sure you know that. You are a tough crowd, lady. Now, the stuff I'm telling you and teaching you, I have paid fortunes for over the years. To understand how to leverage things, I had to learn how to leverage time and money. Then I had to learn that what I didn't know about those things, people used against me. So I'm really trying to help you all. You can watch this slowly next time too, of course, tomorrow at 11. But not 11, because I'm going to be doing a Super Saturday tomorrow. Oh, how to do the drip was good for you? Yeah, the drip is huge. It's huge. And in the future trainings, you're going to learn how to do drip on Facebook, LinkedIn. It'll just drip a video that you did a month ago, but they're going to be live with you. You're going to love that too. Let's see. What are you still here? Noreen, are you here? Let me know. I want to know. There's a Super Saturday. Is that open to anyone, or is that just open for your team? I don't want to invite people to it if it's not for if it's not. Okay, you can sell your own original content and help people. Yeah, you can sell your own original content, or you could sell someone else's. Me personally, because this is delicate, I don't want anyone to train you on how this works, because I don't want someone to be lazy and just go over it quickly. I want you to understand it. So that's the only reason I'm doing this. Typically, I have people to do the trainings. Okay. Anyone else? Any other ahas? If not, we're done in less than an hour. Woohoo! I'm going to have to edit some things out. Like when I messed up on Jose's thing, I'll edit that out. But is there anything else, folks?
So I'll have to go back through the two recordings, and then I'll probably make some notes and say, oh, I should have asked him this.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. Just remember, there's so many ways to do this. The most powerful takeaway I want you to get is that even you, with your limited experience or extensive experience, you can have it set up to where you're getting transactions every day while you're away or doing something else. You can wake up and say, how much did I make today? Is it 0.001 Bitcoin, or is it one? You get to set that up. If you're willing not to pump your own heart, right, and pump your own lungs, if you're willing to let the systems work for you, you can do that. So knowing this today is huge. You never have to set up a membership site in your life if you don't want to. That was not even the point of this. It's just to let you know why it's worth what it's worth. When you go to get someone that signs up for that level, you'll know what they get and why it's valuable for them. Okay? Is there anything else? I think that's it.
It's great. Just good.
All right.
People don't realize that this is not only an MLM company. You can make a fortune by using the tools and selling and overselling it to everyone, companies, businesses, people, so they can benefit from it.
Hey, Jose Alfredo, what's really important about that, bro, is you've been here since 2012. You understand it's not about the network marketing. It's good that you have that, but you got everything. And so that's why it's valuable. I think that's really important. You have a business, right? You have a store, I think, right? What is your company? What do you do?
GlobalWebsitesCorporation.com.
Okay. So you have a websitescorporation.com. And
I joined this company because you called me in 2000. I was an LGN.
Oh, that's right. You were part of the travel company from 2009 and 10. Wow. I contacted you and told you I was launching a company with software and all those kinds of things. Yes, I remember.
I just had that week. I just signed up 2,500 people on LGN.
Mm-hmm.
You said, how did you do that? Advertising, man.
Yeah.
And then I joined the company because you told me there were tools, marketing tools and everything that you can use to manage your business. And that's what I was into. So since then, I've been a loyal subject.
But 8 years later, yeah. And you know what? I was telling everyone, it's not about perfection. We call it massive imperfect action, just taking action. And so thank you, man. It's really good having a veteran here And it's not planted. I need everybody to know that. It's just not planted. I never know who's going to, I just put the link out there. I never know who's going to come, and I email everyone. And who comes, and who doesn't. So this is really huge that you're doing that. What time is it where you live in your country?
2 o'clock.
What time?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Oh, you're only 2 hours behind us. Okay, cool. All right. So there you go, guys. Somebody made a comment. Let's see. I learned to create once and forever. Then I go to the beach. Great. That's great when people think that's a new. Yeah. It is great when people think it's a new company. But what's really important, I think, is that I don't think it really matters. It's like somebody's like, I'm Dwayne Golden. You don't know anything about my parents. It doesn't matter what year I was born or where they came from. You don't care what color I am. And that's what I think about companies. It doesn't matter. I was taught as a young man to avoid genealogies. It doesn't matter what I came from. It matters where I'm going. And that's really what it matters for all of us here. So let's get the most of it. This is Dwayne Golden wishing you all the best and thanking God that we do have each other to be able to bounce things off of so we can improve upon our lives in spite of what governments are able to do or not able to do. In spite of our own limitations, whether you're healthy or not, and whether you're whatever it is that you have around you, we can leverage things together by what we call sharing best practices like this. God bless you guys.